kind of brings me to like my second point about, politics, right? Because like I was saying, there's a group of people, like from what I've, like in talking with people that don't want to kind of research, whether it be reading one article a day from the New York Times or the Atlantic. And that's where kind of these political parties come into play, where it's like, okay,
Yeah. You know what you're gonna get when you pick up the New Yorker.
Well, you hope you get what you think you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Right. But so it's like you got the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, and it's like, okay, Democrats stand for this, and Republicans stand for that. So I, as an individual, might not have to do the heavy lifting of actually vetting the politics of either party, like intricately. I can just mentally kind of say check a box in my politics and say, hey, this party supports this, this party supports that, this politician supports this, and this politician supports that. Boom. I don't have to do any more. What I wanted to kind of ask you along those lines is, what do you think about the current political parties in America today?
Like the two-party system?
Yeah, like the two-party system, all of it.
So I think, let's see how I can answer this question. It's a mouthful, right? So, yeah, I think I left off by saying that we, our core values and beliefs, and things that has been instilled in us, and things that we just like learned over just by living life, has caused us to show up in the political arena here in the United States a certain way. And so I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit is a city that is about 85% black. It has been that way when it was 1 million people. It's now about 600,000 people. It's still kind of majority black, 85%. So the demographics makeup of the city is roughly the same, which means that our institutions, our political and our educational institutions were black. Right? I went to a high school with no white people, and so when I'm in a community that is majority black, and our politics was that black people in the 90s, the Bill Clinton era, because that's the first president I remember people voting for, was Bill Clinton. My mom and dad, they were out canvassing the neighborhood for the Clintons. And I was in the 1991, 5th grade.
Okay.
And my elementary school was the place where was a voting poll location. And I remember that being a big thing where the teachers would kind of like, without telling us, hey, we're for Bill Clinton because we're black. I don't think they said it that way, but it was almost communicated to all the 10-year-olds in the classroom with me that, hey, we supposed to be voting for Bill Clinton. We do not like Bush. I don't know why I don't like Bush.
Right.
I didn't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Yeah, but that, and so like growing up, and then my first time voting, the first time that I got a chance to actually cast a ballot, I was compelled because of where I come from. I was on Michigan State University's campus, and I went to the polling place, and it was just like, I got to go vote Democrat, and then we were voting for Al Gore. And the other Bush. And so, and I don't know why I didn't care about the politics. I just wanted to make sure that I was aligning myself well with my community. And I'm sorry, I didn't have that depth to try to investigate why am I voting Democrat, and if any of the understanding I had come from all of the other side media that says that, the Bushes are racist and Republicans are racist, and you have all of these things, these characterizations about the other political party that may or may not be true in my world. And so I can imagine, fast forward as an adult who actually thinks and who actually research, I can imagine that if you were in a world where all you have is like the Fox News and the characterizations about what a Democrat is, and then you're going to be shaped by that going into the, I'm 18 years old and I can vote, and I'm already going into the voting booth with that shaped by my environment. I'm black, I'm supposed to vote Democrat. And that's unfortunate, and it may, I mean, I'm not saying that black people shouldn't vote Democrat.
Right.
You vote Democrat if you feel like that's what you're aligning yourself with, and the people that you are sending to Congress to represent your values are just happen to be a Democrat. But what if it happened to be a Republican for black people? If you're black. But see, I didn't have an opportunity for me to actually consider the other side without the characterizations that I was given. I just automatically thought all Republicans were racist as an 18-year-old. And that is pretty reductionist and very general in my belief.